Hi there, it's David Mourad here. It's the 1st of May. Been a little while since I've done one of these video updates for our newsletter, but better late than never. It's been a very busy start to the year. Been very active at a lot of the sales and been selling quite a lot of shares, and there's still a few available, so make sure you get on our website and have a look and see what's there. A little bit of a slow start off to the year in terms of runners and winners, but certainly did pick up over the last few months. And since February, we've had 5 individual winners, so certainly has picked up, and I'm sure we'll continue to get the winners over the remainder of the year. Obviously, standout winner this year has been Secret Agenda, who won the Group 2 Sapphire Stakes last start. That was on day 2 of the championships at Randwick on the 8th of April. She was second up, had a good first up run at Mornington, needed that run, brought her on really nicely, and then second up, she was obviously very super in her efforts to win that Group 2. Was a wet track, which she loves. I'm sure you've heard me say it in the past. So we were fortunate at that time of year that she struck that wet track, and Damien Oliver rode her perfectly, and she was very strong in winning that. She's been a super mare for us and the connections, and she's earned over $600,000 now. So gets a crack at the Group 1 Robert Sangster Stakes down in Adelaide this Saturday at Morphettville. Damien Oliver sticks on her. It's going to be a competitive race, as all Group 1s are. But she's flying, and she's certainly not without a chance, especially if there happens to be a little bit of rain about. I think there's a couple of scattered showers here and there. But fingers crossed it can be wet, and that brings her right into contention. So good luck to all the owners in her on Saturday. We'll be there cheering her on. Also, another filly that's been quite exciting for us, Sedanza. I'm trained by Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. She's going really well this preparation. Second up, she was ultra impressive at Newcastle, where she won, beating the older males. It was a midweek city meeting, so it was great to get a city win on board for her. Then last start, she ran a very unlucky 4th in the Group 3 Schweppervessen Stakes down in Adelaide, over 1,800 metres. Drawn an inside gate. She doesn't have that early speed, so she was always going to have some luck from that barrier. Unfortunately, she was held up between the 400 and 200 metres, and once the gap opened, she did motor home though. She ran 4th, beaten the nose for 3rd, and with any more luck, she may have even run into 2nd. The winner, Kinedna, obviously looks to be a pretty special horse, and probably fair to say we wouldn't have beat that one home. But she's now earned herself a crack at the Australasian Oaks this Saturday at Morphettville as well, Group 1. So massive day of racing for us down there. 2 Group 1 runners. Look, that's a huge achievement. We're obviously very thrilled, and we're very thrilled for all of the owners in both horses. 2,000 metres there. She hits the line hard in all her races, so looking at her form, I think she'll appreciate that distance. Hopefully we can have a little bit more luck in running, and she deserves her chance to be there, and she's certainly not without a chance to run a place or even win. Obviously Kinedna has to be respected, but look, it's there for the taking. We'll be there to have a crack, so good luck to the owners in Sedanza. A few of the other winners this month, this year, True Kisses for Darren Weir. Transferred her over to the Weir stables. He's done quite a good job with her. She's looking great, and she's racing consistently. She's had a win in a couple of placings from the 5 starts that she's had with Darren. She broke her maiden at Warrakna Bill there in April, and then since ran another good second after a bit of a tough run. So she's going well. Probably got another run or 2, I'd say, this preparation, and then she'll go out for a spell. And I think she's still a preparation away from her best, and I think she's going to improve again. So she's running consistently for the owners. Another horse that Darren Weir trained for us, Justice for All. old timer of ours, very consistent horse. He's had a good preparation. He's also had a win for Darren at Ballarat. It was a nice win. He won by a bit over 4 lengths. And he's placed a number of times his preparation for Darren also. He's just having a bit of a freshen up, and we're going to try him at a jumps racing campaign. And he's having just a short spell. It won't be long before we see him back. He's going to be with a trainer named Jared McLean, who actually looks after Darren Weir's jumps horses. So he's going to have his crack there, and it'll be interesting to see how he goes. He's a good stayer, and jumping just might be his thing. So we'll see how he goes there. Last horse to mention is Sacamano, trained by Jason Attard, 4-year-old gelding by Sebring. He's had his fair share of setbacks along the way. Those in him would know for sure, both physically and mentally, and more so mentally. He's just been a real tough horse to get a finger on, but Jason's got him going great. He appreciates being trained out of a paddock, and he's more happy, he's far more relaxed, and then it keeps him more sound and brings out the best of him on the track. He's had 3 starts for Jason. His first debut run was very good. He ran second, and we weren't too sure what to expect. He was just a little bit does a few things wrong in the barriers and in his race manners, but he did really well first up, and that was followed by a really impressive win at Scone. And he's since again raced for a 5th placing, but he did plenty wrong in the run. Like I said, he's a horse with a few mental little tweaks that they need to figure out. So if he goes to the race day and he brings his A game and he sort of races generously, he should be a good chance. He actually races tomorrow at Kembla Grange over 1400 metres. He should be competitive, providing that he doesn't mess around too much. He's in barrier 1, which can be a downfall for him because he does seem to play up in the barrier sometime, and he has to be standing in there for a little while they all load. So look, hopefully he brings his manners on the day, and I'm sure he'll put in a good run and be very competitive. So that's basically all the winners that we had this year. So it's been a good start off to the first half of the year. Fingers crossed that can increase dramatically on Saturday down at Morphettville. Like I said, we're very thrilled to have 2 Group 1 runners, and both not without a chance at that same token too. So looking forward to seeing the owners in those horses down there, and hopefully we can have a great successful day. And fingers crossed for rain. Sedanza will handle it, and Secret Agenda absolutely loves it. So, but regardless, they'll both put in a big run anyway. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next time, and good luck to everyone with runners over the next few weeks. Bye.